to Patriot News. We've got an exciting year ahead and we can't wait to bring you not just the news, but some fun and creative segments too. This year, you'll see a rotating team of anchors bringing you each episode, so there will always be something fresh. My name is Lucas Costa.
And I'm Cade Hunter.
Cade has been doing our campus segments for the American Fork Patriot News for the last 2 years, along with Claire Ketty and Peter Anderson. Here's a little peek of what they've done in the past.
Hi, I'm Claire.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Cade.
It's nice to finally meet you guys.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Which one's Claire?
You know what that means. There's another mystery to be solved.
I need a lightsaber. Well,
Sure.
oh, you have to put me in the energy.
What? We never speak of this.
That was so much fun, and now we have our own Patriot News team. Our group is made up of students from all kinds of backgrounds, and we're thrilled to introduce everyone to you today.
Here's a quick look at the talented crew behind Patriot News, so you can get to know the faces who will be delivering your news, and a whole lot more this year.
I chose to join Patriot News because it sounded like a really fun class.
So a fun fact about me is I've been to the equator and I've had a foot in each hemisphere.
A fun fact about myself is that I am from Costa Rica.
Wow. One fun fact about myself is that I have taught myself how to read the Star Wars language of Arabic. It's written language, but me and my older sister can read and write it.
Well, one fun fact about me is that I love Lego building with models and whatever, coming up with my own creations.
My fun fact is that I can almost play any instrument in like a month.
So a fun fact about me is I have 6 wisdom teeth pulled out, and I also have a 7th one growing in, so.
Favorite thing about AHS is that everybody here is so friendly and kind. It makes me feel like at home.
I love all the students here and the peers here. They're just so fun to hang around. And they're great people because we're surrounded by the scriptures and we're surrounded by this great energy.
My favorite thing about AHS is the scripture and faith-based learning. I love to be able to read the scriptures in the classroom and just freely talk about the gospel and our testimonies.
My favorite thing about being here at AHS, it will be how welcoming and nice are the people here, and I just love that.
My favorite thing about AHS definitely has to be the community and the almost sort of family we have here at the school.
My favorite thing about AHS has to be all the friends that we have here. We're just always welcoming to each other. When new people come, we open our arms to them and they fit right in.
My favorite thing about American Heritage is the teachers and how well you can just learn and grasp information. It's just amazing.
What I love about American Heritage is how all the students are so welcoming and kind.
Now that you've met the team, it's time to dive into our first story of the year. Cue music! Welcome to Broken News.
Don't you mean breaking news?
No, because we're only reporting on things that have happened already.
Oh, I see. So what's new at AHS?
Well, this summer our orchestra students had another incredible camp. This year the Lyceum Symphonies got to learn from a special guest, Stephen Sharp Nelson, the cellist from the Piano Guys.
Indeed, students honed their skills, learned new techniques, and even got to perform alongside this world-renowned musician at the Salt Lake Tabernacle. Let's take a look at the highlights from the camp.
The halls of the American Fork campus were filled with music this summer as the annual Lyceum Music Festival participants prepared to perform with their special guest, Stephen Sharp Nelson. From July 8th to the 13th, students were at the school all day to practice their instruments and put together their pieces. In just 5 days, 3 different orchestra groups learned 15 new pieces of music, and then came together to perform at the school and then the Tabernacle here at Salt Lake. Some of the pieces they performed were many of the Piano Guys' best hits: Cello Wars, Kung Fu Piano, Beethoven's 5 Secrets, Fight Song, and Rockavelle's Canon, along with several of their own pieces, Maharaja, and AC's Death. While there, the campers were able to attend several devotionals from members of the Piano Guys crew and Stephen Sharp Nelson himself. Thanks to all the directors and students who showed up to make it happen, and special thanks to Stephen Sharp Nelson for coming to play with the students.
Some big changes are happening over at the Salt Lake campus, especially on the field.
We interviewed Nicole Larson, the facilities director, to learn more about these upgrades and what's next for the field.
So we leveled the field. We trucked in about 40 yards of dirt so that we could kind of get it, instead of being all hilly, a little more level. We moved the valve boxes from the middle of the field to the side, and we also ran power out here. So now there are outlets in 3 different places so that we can play music and have different things. We had FSY used our field during the summer, and as on the last day that they could be here, that's when we were able to come in, and we just had a week turnaround to get everything done, to get it all leveled, to get the grass, and then have it start growing so that we could have at least some grass. We had some student help, so obviously you guys know Harrison and Jordan, my boys, but we also had Cade Hunter and Durgan. I think Peter Anderson came one of the mornings, and so lots of student help. My dad came down from Seattle, and he used to own an irrigation company. And so he was kind of the grounds, or the knowledge to move the valve boxes and to get all of that and run power out here, which was great.
We are so grateful to everyone that has worked hard to improve our campus this summer break. Talking about summer, this past July, our school was proud to take part in one of Utah's most cherished traditions, the Days of 47 Parade. Students, staff, and even some American folk students came together to represent our school in the historic event.
Let's take a look back at the parade highlights and see how our school made its mark on this unforgettable celebration.
Another new thing that happened over the summer is the addition of a new weight room. It's been the talk of the school, and the strength and conditioning class is already putting it to good use.
Our very own Sophie Murillo interviewed Coach Lopez to get the inside scoop on the upgraded space, the new equipment, and what he's most excited about. Let's check out the interview.
I'm here with Coach Lopez. He is the strength and conditioning and team sports coach here at the Salt Lake campus. Can you tell us a little bit about all the new things that we have here?
Yeah, so we got 5 fully loaded squat racks, multi-grip pull-up bar. We have the barbells and the plate weights. We have some dumbbells, we have some slam balls, all for the strength and conditioning class. So in here we have a capacity of 15 people, so 3 to a rack. So all my classes right now are currently full.
What thing are you the most excited about?
I'm excited about the squat racks and the barbells. That's going to give us a lot of variability in our exercises. So we can do a lot more lifts, be a lot more creative with what we do, and be able to load up a lot of weight and get kids really strong.
Thank you, Coach Lopez. This is Sophia Morello reporting from the weight room at AHS in Salt Lake City.
Our school year just started with a bang, literally. The tradition of firing a cannon on the first day of school is always a highlight, marking the beginning of another exciting year.
Let's take you to the ceremony and show you how this long-standing tradition kicked off the year in style.
At American Heritage School, one name is closely tied to the excitement of the first day, Mr. Cornell. Each year, he's the man behind the boom responsible for firing the cannon that makes the start of the academic year. But this tradition is more than just a burst of sound. The cannon firing symbolizes the beginning of a new adventure, a fresh start for students and staff to learn, grow, and contribute to our community.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As the echo of the cannon fades, it serves as a reminder of our shared purpose connecting us to the past while inspiring us to look toward the future.
September marks a special time here in Utah as we celebrate Constitution Month. The month kicked off in style with a big event at the Capitol where leaders and students gathered to honor this important document and its impact on our state and country.
Let's take a look at the highlights from the Capitol event and learn more about how Utah is celebrating Constitution Month this year.
September is Constitution Month in Utah, and the state kicked off the celebration in a big way at the state capitol. Leaders, residents, and even some historical figures gathered for a special event focused on the United States Constitution. And HS was there, of course. Governor Spencer Cox declared September as Americans' Founders and Constitution Month and called for a national celebration of our nation's founding document. The event featured our own Heritage Youth Choir, speeches, and activities for families, emphasizing the importance of educating the next generation about the Constitution. Folks from across Utah, including homeschoolers and community leaders, attended the event to learn more about the Constitution and bring that knowledge back to their communities. As the month continues, let's read, reflect, and remember the role of the Constitution in preserving our republic.
This year, our school's Masterclass series gives all high school students the opportunity to learn from professionals across a wide range of industries. It's an amazing way to get real-world insights and inspiration straight from the experts.
We kicked off this year's series with Lauren Reed, who shared his journey and some valuable advice in the world of investment banking. Here's a sneak peek of the interview with him.
It's an honor to be here. My name is Lauren Reed. I work for Goldman Sachs in their asset management division. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be here and spend the afternoon with you.
Speaking of principles, what fundamental ideas, principles, or models have changed you the most?
Of all the different things that matter in life, and we could debate that for a long period of time, sharing my thought and my opinion, one of the things that's the most important, I think, is who you are as a person, being a character person of integrity, and being dependable. There are many different ways to do that, right? When you think about the gospel of Jesus Christ and understanding what that is and looking yourself in a mirror, you understand the imperfections that we do have. But you also understand the aspirations of where we can go and how quickly we can get there. And so every day, if you wake up a little bit differently thinking, okay, I'm not expected to be perfect, but what could I do to be a little bit better today? As you think about that aspiration of being honest and having high sense of integrity, that is really what sets you apart from others. The world is just very, very different today than it was 10 years ago and is different than 50 years ago. I'm sure your grandparents have thought, oh, well, back in my day, this generation, it was really, really hard to grow up and raise children, et cetera, et cetera. That will just continue, I think, for a long period of time. And so being someone of that integrity and that character that you can be depended on, but also be always truthful, people can see that. And more importantly than seeing it, they can feel it. And they can understand that you're somebody they can trust. Once you get to that point, I think there's a lot of doors that open up to a lot of different people.
That wraps up this episode of Patriot News. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for more updates, stories, and some fun surprises along the way.
Until then, stay informed and stay connected. See you next time!